This Iman, and I blew a bag. You may know me from playing basketball, from seeing me rap. You may know me from being Junie's dad. You may know me from the reality show with my wife.
His food is my food.
Let me get the grilled lemon caper chicken.
What is that?
Steak.
My first real job was campus delivery man, filing and scheduling, make sure people got their checks. I would deliver packages. I think I was getting paid like, might have been $10 an hour. I thought it was the most money I ever saw. I used to max out my hours every week. I would go around campus and be on my golf cart and see my teammates, give them rides to class. And the first check, I might have thought I was balling a little bit. I might have did a little number out there with it. But I got smart and started saving at least one check. I would buy 2 pairs of Jordans when they came out. Well, my transition wasn't smooth to go to the league because right when I made my decision, I got drafted. I probably celebrated for a few days and then the lockout hit. So I guess I didn't see a real check until 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after Christmas Day, which was our first game after the lockout ended. And it was in the 100,000s. I think that one was a physical check. I didn't get it direct deposit until maybe like my 3rd paycheck. So I had a physical check. So I got to take it to the bank. I bought a Challenger. I ended up avoiding it. Luckily, I hadn't driven it a ton or nothing. Like, it was loud. That was before I really was into like, I didn't know about like wrapping cars and doing all that. But I felt like I had just picked a bad color. It didn't feel like me. I felt like everybody else because it was just a Challenger and I felt lame and I took it back. After that, I rented a Camaro. Didn't like that. Took that right back. And then I bought a Range. Didn't like the Range, took the Range back. Finally, I ended up getting a Jeep. I got a Jeep with like a rhino skin covering on it. And that was hard, but it was like a third of the other cars that I kept trying to buy. That would end up really just being trash. It just wasn't me. Listen, I got my college truck. Not a lot of people got their college truck. Hold on to your first car, man. All the memories. I paid $1,000 for that car. A 98 Chevy Blazer. It's shut down twice. I just called my dad and talked to my dad for a long time about it. Felt like a good time to have a man-to-man. So I talked to my dad for a while about, you know, like what he did when he felt like, all right, I could take care of everything. Like, I don't know, I felt like I could finally talk to my dad about the stuff that he used to stress himself out about. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, damn, finally we got this like super grown man connection thing going on. Like, I could sit down and have a beer with the guys and understand like what they're going through now. They can't hit me with the wait till you got bills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like all my life I kept hearing that, like, man, I can't wait till you. It's like finally I got money, so now we can have that conversation. First thing I bought was, I think I bought like clothes and backpack. I think I bought like 2 Louis backpack, a Gucci backpack, Fendi belt, something like that. I didn't really do much. I just was so excited to go into all these designer stores and spend money. I think that money, like, it gives you a responsibility and it gives you a power, but it's kind of scary the other side of people you get to see. And not in like a mean way, just like you hear people's like dark, like you hear their darkest hour. People are comfortable telling you that because they need whatever they need, so they'll tell you their whole everything they're going through, and it was just scary to unveil that of each person and have that responsibility and knowing that. And that was a transition period for me. That was very strange and it was overwhelming. I had a cousin that like gave me a reminiscing story, like took me back, and I'm thinking we just like on the phone, like all the way down. He took me all the way down to the like the little spray candy that you had. Like he was like, you remember it was like sour? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it made me think about like all the times at home, and the first time I had it with my other cousin, I'm like, damn, that's spray candy. But come to find out, he took me all the way back to all of this to tell me that day he bought me like a shirt. I think I spilled something on my shirt. Something happened, and he bought me a shirt, and he basically wanted me to loan him some money to go out and do something. I think he had like a birthday coming up. He basically wanted to do shopping to get right for his birthday or something like that. But he like took me all the way back to when he bought me something, which was, it wasn't comparable by a long stretch, but it's like I said with the money thing again, it's like what money will flip people's brains to do. I bought my wife her apartment, so she got this apartment in Miami when I met her. She always like loved going there, and she always had good energy going to this place in Miami. She always talked about her skin glowing, how she got her tan, and she's bronzed now, and woo. And she watches Sex and the City a lot. And Mr. Big got old girl to got her the crib, and she, you know, she was all happy and tickled to death. She was on, like, she thinking she going there to check it out, and then it was just hers, and I thought it was just dope. So I wanted her to have a crib, so I bought that. I bought something else that day, which is why it made it the most expensive day, but it was kind of strange to buy something cash up front like that. Like, I think that was the second time that I had ever bought something like that. I guess with music, I always wrote music and did music on my own. I just like to write, like, even if I wasn't doing it to like put it out myself, like I would do it to like sell songs to people, whatever, just because the dream always was for me to like, I just want to be able to do shows. Like, I want to be able to go to a show. I think shows are so cool, to go to a rap concert. I remember going to a Ludacris concert when he dropped back for the first time. We literally went just to hear him do Southern Hospitality and What's Your Fantasy? That's what everybody wanted to hear. So when I went to the show, like, I always wanted to be up there and be like, damn, I just want to say something a certain way to where everybody in here say it. Like, everybody's got they song that they do, or that chant that they got going, that the whole crowd to take over and sing it for them. And I was like, damn, I want to have that moment. Just because I feel like, even as an athlete, like, I go through so much stuff that, yeah, I'm gonna go through a lot of stuff that a lot of people can't relate to, but a lot more people relate to me than, like, a lot of people probably think, oh, he hoops, so they got this problem or that problem. A lot of us is super regular. It's just, you know, people are put on the front to do that, but we go through a lot of the same stuff. I just want to have that moment where everybody like, man, I all the way feel you. Like, I all the way understand. I love that part. Or I love that song. Like, I love that song. That song get me through the day. Or that song helped me through this situation. Or like, I just love that moment of that connection. I think that connection is special. Even with basketball, you get that same moment every once in a while where you got a series of plays that you do that lead to a timeout. And before you go to that timeout, you take a look at the crowd and people are standing on their feet. Literally, like, that's the only reason I came to this game, was to see somebody do that. My problem is, like, every time I start liking stuff, I be done recorded something else, and then I start pushing this stuff over. But I need to just start putting stuff out. So I don't know, like, I can't tell you, like, when a date's coming. I might just start dropping stuff on the regular, but I plan to release a lot more music, especially now that I've released a couple of projects. Even though they were short, like, putting together a collection of work for people to ride to, I think it's cool now for me to, like, jump into doing, like, singles and just dropping stuff so that people can have, like, a bigger portfolio of music. I did some features finally. Like, I don't usually do features a lot. A lot of times I get into a certain style that I like to make. I have a certain tone, a certain sound that I really resonate with, and I've tried to jump outside of that and hop into the worlds of other people just so that it appeals to more people when we put it out. I'm Iman, and I blew a bag.